Wow. I didn't expect this. Okay. This is Waubonsie State Park. Okay, so as one of the nice things about this place, Waubonsie State Park has got actually an overlook. And I've always really kind of wanted to come to that. So it is a bit of a walk up on the trail, but I've always wanted to see the overlook. So let's go take a look at that right now. Whoa. Wow, you guys. This is wow. I didn't expect this. This is awesome. Holy cow. Look at this, guys. Look at it. Holy smokes. I guess I should have expected less. This is pretty, this is that you can see a long ways. A very long ways. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely worth the see. Jeez. So they've got little reeds right here. It says born of ice, water, and wind. Glaciers crush bedrock into floury silt and deposited these sediments on the Mississippi River floodplain. Westerly winds carried the fine soil into steep Loess dunes. Only western Iowa and the Yellow River Valley in China can boast towering dunes of Loess soil more than 200 feet deep. Wow. So Waubonsie, as I said before, is part of the Loess Hills in the Missouri River Valley here in Iowa, and this is pretty neat. So Iowa's Loess Hills extend in a narrow 2 to 10 mile wide band that skirts the Missouri River Valley along the Iowa western border. The rugged landscape, unique climate, and soil conditions provide habitat for a number of rare and unusual native plant and animal communities. And boy, you're not joking. What is in its name? Loess, which rhymes with bus, is German for loose soil. Okay. Because the grains are angular, Loess often stands in steep or vertical faces for years. Now, so if you guys have ever seen some of my videos with maybe Trapper Jay, you've seen some around his place. He lives in right off the Loess Hills, and he's got vertical faces as well. Here's a shot of what they're talking about. This is a roadway here, and it's just sheer, and the trees are actually growing out of it. So you can see that the Loess Hills start essentially down here at Fremont County. They run all the way up into northwestern Iowa. So Loess Hills National Scenic Byway is 220 miles of a paved route through the Loess Hills, and the 16 excursion loops make up an additional 185 miles. Some gravel from more of an adventure in itself. So That's pretty awesome. They've got another one. I want to make sure that I can actually read these off to you if it's actually necessary, but oh yeah, for sure. So let me read through this one so I don't seem so choppy, and I'll be right back, guys. This is, look at this. It's amazing, guys. What, this is just awesome. I knew that there was a scenic spot here. I didn't expect it to look anything like this. I really wish this was all green and filled in. I mean, we got green pastures down there, green grasses are starting to come in. They did do a burn off down here, so it was a small burn off, controlled burn, to bring more of those colors in. But man, this would be, I'm gonna have to come back here. I'll be back here this summer, guys. So I got tingles, man. This is awesome. All right, let me take a look at this. I'll be right back with you guys, okay? So a big part of the Loess Hills, which I'm learning with you guys now, is the vast hills, obviously, the Loess Hills, both on the Iowa side and the Nebraska hills, because as this was Iowa side and Nebraska side, way off in the distance over there, guys. You guys, maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't, but in between was, back in the day, was prairie. And this says open and boundless prairies. And Lewis and Clark in Iowa on July 18th, 1804, Lewis and Clark recorded in their journals that the bluffs you are standing on were a ridge of naked hills running parallel to the river as far as you could see, 3 to 6 miles in distance. So, I mean, it depends on where you're standing at. They also noted that the river bottom generally divided into prairies with little timber, except on low points, islands, and near creeks. It consisted, excuse me. It also consisted of cottonwood, mulberry, elm, and sycamore. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I couldn't tell you what that tree was, but I know that they're trees. So, Clark went out hunting, pursuing an elk. Apparently there was elk in Iowa at one time. I wish there still was, but pursuing an elk, and he crested, more or less crested a hill, and was stricken by, you know, just taken back by the prairies and the vastness and the variety that was out there. God, guys, this is just awesome. I'm gonna do the best I can to maybe put in a picture right here from my phone, and how beautiful this is, even without the green. So from this point, they do have more trails up on top of the hills, actually, that go both directions. And just off of the scenic overlook, they do have a shelter. It's just an open air shelter, something you can enjoy in the trees. So, wow, so awesome. All right, honestly, I probably could sit there for a long time. It wouldn't bother me a bit. It's pretty neat, guys. Come check this out. This is Waubonsie State Park. Kind of surprised. So they have different picnic areas throughout the park. You can see there is a restroom and a couple of the picnic areas here up on top of the hills. Some picnic areas right over there. Little burn pit. So these are just, I mean, those are just quaint and convenient. And we're going to turn down here. It looks like they have, I'll confirm, looks like they have 9 cabins, 2 different areas of the park. So I'm going to drive down there. I know this is going to be kind of short and sweet to the point here, guys, but man, you get up here in the Loess Hills and there's just, my eyes just don't stop. And it's just go, 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 go. Look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. It's awesome. I like the Loess Hills. I like everything they have to offer. I'm glad they actually put a park in here. Oh wow, great big one, great big cabins. Look at this, guys. Big cabins. That's a large cabin. They have some smaller ones down here. Looks like they go back quite a ways. So hang tight, guys. I'll see if I can get some better footage of it for you. Really quaint little cabin right there. Looks like there's two more cabins back there, but they're both dead end roads, and it looks like they're both being occupied today. So I don't want to infringe, but this one looks like cabin number 1 up here. Much larger cabin. Very big, air conditioned, power. Looks like there are toiletries. Yes, toiletries, fireplace. So running water. Looks like quite a bit. Pretty neat, actually. All right, this is cabin number 6, and after looking everything up, this is essentially the only ADA capable cabin. Right up on top of the hills. So number 6 is, I believe is what it said, ADA compliant. Or capable, not compliant, I'm sorry, apologize, but it's capable, ADA capable. So if you have someone who has struggles getting around a little bit, that might be the best cabin for you right there. These other cabins, from what I can see, not quite a full amenitied cabins. Looks like they do have outhouses here at I think it was number, let's see, which one is this? They have Indian names. I can't pronounce them. Cabin 5, I think it's cabin 2 or 3 up here, is also up in this section of the hills. All right, Lake Waubonsie. Oh, well, okay. So Waubonsie State Park does have a lake, albeit not very big. Kind of a downside. Electric motors only. They do have picnic tables along the way. And with these sunglasses being polarized, I can get a general idea right now how deep this actually is. Well, I shouldn't say that. I can get an idea what it looks like right off the bank. And water's incredibly clear. I mean, really clear. Like, wow, clear. Oh, I heard a turkey. Geez, that's clear. As I walk out on the pier, I mean, I can see. Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, I'll give it that. It's very clear. I don't know what it's going to look like once we get a couple rains in here, but I bet you I can see. I could probably see 6-7 feet. I can see 6 or 7 feet straight down. That's pretty nice. But you guys can see that's all the bigger it is. Kind of disappointing. Well, so there's that. I have been looking for the kiosk that I normally like to find and read from, but I don't see one. I see convention buildings. I'm guessing that those can be rented, I would assume. I see 1 or 2 of them right up there. I know that's like the DNR office over there at that one. And that looks like it might have been an old cabin at one point, but I'm not sure. Can't tell. So we are below the campgrounds by a good ways. So yeah, slightly underwhelming here. Well, I was mistaken. The closest building, or this building right here, used to be a health care center, a health center. So again, slightly underwhelming at the bottom of State Park for you know, amenities in Waubonsie. But what I am going to show is an awful lot of the picnic areas that are along this route. So the oh, by the way, the Scenic is awesome. I don't have any complaints about the scenery in Waubonsie State Park. I mean, if you were to do on a grid scale of, you know, 1 to 10, the scenery in Waubonsie State Park, I definitely put that at an 8, 8.5, probably tickling a 9. So really pretty. Lots to take in. All right, so as we drive through the park here, there is a restroom right up there. I don't think it's actually in functional condition. Downfall, sad. Picnic areas all through here. I'm not quite sure what these folks in front. Oh, they're looking at the deer. Oh, there's deer right there. I gotcha. Take a look at some deer, guys. Check it out. Deer, right there. I'll zoom in on them. So deer, there's deer. There's picnic areas all the way through here and along this roadway that runs up the hill. So we've got a number of different picnic areas. Both sides of the road, quite honestly. But nice picnic areas, lots of picnic tables. Picnic tables probably could use a little TLC, just saying. But as you climb the hill from the what would be south entrance, there's lots of picnic areas in here. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot, actually. Puts you right along the trail, right in the midst of in the nature, which is cool. And you're right in the valleys of these Loess Hills, these sugar hills, and the sugar sand. So let's climb this hill here, shall we? Okay, you come up to the top of the hill, and the first thing you get to see is there is a playground for the kids. It's on the other side of those bushes. Trust me, there's a playground. It's kind of nice. It's a parking area, playground, restroom. Done, done, and done. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to park in what will be my camping area for the evening. Here's turn her back around and get ourselves parked up for the evening and get ready to make some steaks. Get this stuff cleaned up a little bit. Doesn't look like anybody's burned a fire in here yet this year, from what I can tell. Okay, and what we're having tonight is actually bacon wrapped asparagus and filet mignon, because that sounds really good. So I've got to get the asparagus going first. And what I'm using to help cook this is called Bacon Up. Not sponsored, but Bacon Up. It's bacon grease. It's rendered down bacon grease. And I'm just going to get some of that in the pan and in the tin foil. The grease itself from the bacon should help this out quite a bit. So, like a burrito, I'm just going to put it right on the fire. All right. And for the main course, bacon wrapped filet mignon. Okay. I think I'll do it. I like it. It's a good idea. So, just like the asparagus, maybe get some base down here. It's probably too much, but a bit of bacon grease. We're gonna get that rolling first. Okay, as that steak cooks, let's talk a little bit more about Waubonsie State Park, like I always do for you guys. It's located just north of Hamburg, Iowa. It is a site on the Loess Trail. Loess Trail? That's not what I meant. Loess and Clark Trail. So, if you're wanting to, if you're coming north or you're going south along that Loess and Clark Trail. You know, it's sad I can't talk and I haven't even had my adult beverage yet this evening. Jeez. This could be one of your stops in southwest Iowa. So there is, amazingly, this is a very vast park, even though it has a very small lake. I don't know what you're going to catch in there, but this is one of the larger parks, I do believe, on my tour at 2,000 acres. So it's all recreational. It's very beautiful, very hilly up here in the Loess Hills. I'm really excited to be here in the Loess Hills. It does say they have equestrian non-electric campsites, 36 of them. I don't know where that's at. I've actually looked for it on the map. I'm not sure where it's at. So maybe you guys can give me some insight or shoot me a message. Maybe you guys can find it. I'm not finding it. There are 25 electric sites. There are 17 non-electric. Yes, I'm cheating. I'm looking at my sheet of paper, but hey, at least you guys don't have to. So there's 17 non-electric. There is one studio family cabin. I don't know what that means. I guess it's just much larger. There's 2 modern cabins, and then there's 5 standard camping cabins, so non-electric, non-anything. So yeah, it's one shelter, which I showed you guys a little bit of, and 1 day use lodge. Oh, that actually tastes good tonight. Oh yeah. So there's hiking trails. There is a what they call a scenic byway. So at the start of the park, it just starts running along the top of the Loess Hills that are part of this park, and it turns out really to be awesome. So during the equestrian area, there is, by the way, there's horse stalls, there's hitch rails, and of course there's always dump stations. Okay, so there is a large lodge down at the base, down by the lake. So I told you guys that it really wasn't very much to look at. TBH, it's not. It's really not down there. But they do have a reservable lodge. So it's year-round, full service, reception hall that can be accommodated up to 160 guests. You can reserve the Outlook shelter that's out here, the open pavilions. I mean, all of them can be booked online 12 months in advance. And again, I'm going to leave the reservable links to Waubonsie State Park. Wasabi. I'm not hungry or anything. Wasabi State Park, and the link in the description below. So. Okay, so we're going to continue on with the amenities here. You can always hike, you can fish, you can, you know, obviously stay, explore. So here's something interesting. So the nearby Blackburn, sorry, I'm going to read this behind you guys. It says the nearby Blackburn State Park unit, which covers 72 acres of the Loess Hills prairie and woodland ridgetops, located about 16 miles north of Waubonsie and adjacent to 500 acres of public wildlife. This property makes a great place for a bird and wildlife viewing. Amenities at Blackburn include 2-mile trail, hiking trails, shelter, picnic, fire ring, pit lanterns. You can see here. Blackburn, yeah, it's not too far away from here. It's not a Blackburn State Park unit is donated in 2019 by William and Sarah Blackburn. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't actually plan on going to Blackburn, but now that's actually been read, can't camp there, but I'll show it to you guys. So stay tuned for Blackburn State Park. All right, that steak's looking good. Hang on. Slightly charred. I know it's gonna be great. I'm sure my asparagus is done, so. So we're a little cluttered up today, guys. A little bit more than I anticipated. But I think I'll live. I do have to hang, this back up. I did take it down the other day because I was in my rack so much that it was in my way. So I'm gonna put that back up. Everything's still in pretty good order. Still having problems with this and the sticky things that, but we're managing. So yesterday I did stop by a friend of mine's house, and you know, you guys probably, I don't know, maybe you've seen the video or maybe you didn't already, but Trapper Jay, we went out and had a blast, and stayed the night, kind of overnighted there. So very thankful for them, him and his family, to take me in and allow me to overnight there. It's always really nice, always a lot of fun to be down there and see Trapper Jay and his wife. So always very grateful. It's always a good time to get away from the hustle bustle, the city life that I have. Come down here and see Trapper Jay and his wife and his kids whenever they're there. It's always a good thing. So, all right, let me put you guys down. I'm gonna flip that steak again. I'm so excited about this. I can't even contain myself. I'm so excited about having the steak and everything. Ooh, been wanting a steak forever. I don't get them very often. Actually, I don't treat myself to these like ever. Now that I think about it, steak? Nah. No, they're too expensive. Actually, they're not. I don't know why I don't just have one once in a while. And this fire is really warm, by the way. So what are you guys having tonight? What are you enjoying? What are you eating tonight? Did you have a good week? Are you gonna have a good week? I hope so. But if you guys could, honestly, all sincerity, if you guys could share my videos, that would help so much. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Man, it just makes such a big difference. I don't ask for the share very often because I feel like it's kind of cheesy, but it's not. So if you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Guys, this is, yeah, this is looking so good. Let's take a look at it here. I know a lot of people are a medium rare type of person. I like mine about medium to medium well. I'd say that guy might have got cooked just a hair long. Let's try it without any sauce here. Just a hair long on this one. Should have taken it off about 10 minutes sooner. Not complaining, it's still good. Really good, actually. I am going to add some sauce to it, though. I don't want it to dry. A little Heinz 57. Marinade grill and dip. That's what I'm talking about. Now I do have asparagus here. I know people are going to think I'm crazy for eating it like this, but it's not easy to eat asparagus outside. That's good. That bacon grease really came through on this one. That's rendered bacon grease by Bacon Up. Again, I'm not sponsored, but guys, check them out. They're a local company for us. So, totally worth it. And cheers. Oh, good compliment. Yeah, you bet. I'm not a big Bud Light person, guys. Never have been. Honestly, never been a big light person. But never been a big Bud Light person. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this. I'm gonna finish eating here. I told you guys before I don't like eating in front of you. Even though I do it every time, but that's pretty darn good. Man, all right, stay tuned, guys. We gotta get in the bunk. All right, good morning, everybody. Getting ready to head down to Hamburg, get some coffee. Meet up with my buddy Trapper Jay again this morning, and then later this afternoon I'll be heading to our next park. And I do believe our next park on the list geographically would be Viking Lake. So that's where I'm gonna head this morning. I'm gonna go stop by Hamburg, get coffee, and go see Trapper Jay. Maybe I can get lucky enough to get hold of some morel mushrooms for dinner tonight. But last night's dinner steak was really good. I'm really glad I did that. Might have to do it again. I got a couple steaks, but I think for now I'm going to all right, guys, I appreciate you coming along. Thanks for coming with me to Waubonsie State Park, one of the more interesting parks, just up on top of all the Loess Hills. Beautiful overlooks, wonderful trails, beautiful trails. God, I mean, this whole area is just awesome. So hopefully you guys get a chance to come out here. Hopefully this place really greens up here pretty quick, but it's gorgeous place. So I'm sure during the summertime this would be a solid 8.5 out of 10. So I know I didn't go to 9, but I'd say an 8.5. Right now it's a 7. No trees on or no leaves on the trees, but that's my fault. I'm doing this entire tour. I don't have a lot of time to get it all accomplished. But all right, guys, appreciate you coming along. We'll see you next time.